loves, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Rye and this is Rye's Reading Corner. And today I'm going to be partaking in the Unhaul challenge, but I'm going to be doing it with a little twist. Again, hello, I'm Rye and this is Rye's Reading Corner. If this is the first time you have seen my face or if you have not yet hit the subscribe button, please do so. It's super easy and it really helps my channel grow. So as you could tell by my little introduction and my thumbnail, today I have set a challenge for myself and I am going to do the Unhaul challenge. I first saw this on Gav's channel from How to Train Your Gavin. Also Steph from Steph Loves has done it, as well as I think Jade from JD Ray Reads. Pretty much you set a number of, like a set goal for yourself, and you have to unhaul that many books, and you do it while you are filming. But I wanted to do mine with a little twist because I can never just do something simple. So I asked my Instagram followers, I gave them 3 numbers. I gave them 10, 15, and 20. That was kind of going to be my bare minimum of books that I need to unhaul. And all of you picked 15. So we're going to be kind of right in the middle. I know that I'm going to be getting a lot of books for the holidays. I have a shelf of books that I already have hauled since my last haul, which was not that long ago. I'll put it in the cards above. And yeah, I need to start decluttering my shelves, but that is something I struggle with hardcore because I just don't love reading books. I love collecting books, and I feel like that's 2 separate hobbies, and I really struggle getting rid of things. So I'm going to bring you all on this journey with me. We're going to go kind of shelf by shelf. Some spaces, it's really hard to like fit you in because like my bookshelves are in my bedroom, so my bed is like right there, so it makes it kind of like an awkward angle. But we're gonna try. If I can't, I'll just bring the books over there. So we are gonna look at books that I have read this year that I didn't care for, maybe were a disappointment, and then we'll look also on my unread shelves to see things that I just have no interest in for a long period of time and don't see myself like picking them up, so I can make some more room for all of the goodies that will be coming my way in the next 2 weeks, or even it's even shorter than okay, Christmas is next week. Whoa. All right, so before we start looking at all my shelves, there are 2 books that I've already have set aside that I have wanted to unhaul. So the first one is I picked up at a little free library, but I didn't realize I actually had the book in a hardcover. So that is One Day in December by Josie Silver. This is just like a paperback version of this one. I'll probably just put this back into another little free library and spread the love and the wealth. So yeah, I'll be putting in this one, so we're up to 1. The next book is a book that I bought myself. I tried reading it, but I don't like it. It uses a lot of slang, and this is The Babysitter's Coven by Kate Williams. This is a YA like witchy book, which is why I picked it up, because I love witchcraft witchy books, but I just couldn't get over the slang, and I hate books that are like that. So I will be going with this one. I might put this book on Pango Books. I just started an account, so some of these books, this is how this video is going to go apparently. So some of these books I will put on there. Like this one I'm not going to, because it is kind of in rough shape. It was just from a little free library. But this one is literally brand new. I think I only read several pages of this before DNFing it. So this one I will be putting on there. I will put my link to my store down below if you are interested. And then some of these I just will be giving it back. So alright, let's get started and looking at my shelves. So we're going to start over here first. This is mostly, these are all of some of my favorite books of all time. I put them in like this rainbow because it's my like queer books. Most of them are YA, but I do have some adults. So this shelf I'm not going to be touching. Down here, it's actually already on the ground, but I do have Kristen Hanna's The Great Alone in paperback, and recently you can kind of see up there. I bought it in a hardback copy, so I probably really don't need 2 copies of this one. But yeah. We're going to put to the side, and this is going to be a maybe by the end of the video. These are just a few nonfiction books that I keep up on my shelf that I'm not going to touch because I really do like those books. I keep some other nonfiction books downstairs, like in my basement. But yeah, those ones I'm going to keep. All right, on this side is some of my unread shelves. So these are mostly my middle grade and some nonfiction books. I do have 2 copies of Becoming of Michelle Obama. So I have the YA version, and I also have the adult version that I got from a little free library. So I think I'm going to unhaul the adult version. And I'm going to keep the one for young readers because I'm not a huge nonfiction fan. So I feel like this is more of like a good entrance way for me. So I think I'm going to keep this one and unhaul the other one, which is on another shelf. So we will get to that. But other than that, I think I'm going to keep all of these, which I'm not starting off really good here. All right, so this is a fantasy, like sci-fi shelf. So this is actually, spoiler alert, it's going to be on, wow, I'm doing real well. This is going to be on a disappointing reads book for me. I was so excited about this concept. It is a fantasy standalone, and it's about like has some romance in it as well, but it also talks about like this book that has magic. I was super excited about this, but honestly towards the last half of it I just kind of browsed it. I wasn't loving it, so I think I am gonna unhaul this one, but I really do like that cover, so it makes me really sad. So currently we are at 3 out of 15, and I'll put my light there. Oh wait, other these ones, this is part of my favorite series. These are all books that I really like. And obviously I'm not getting rid of my Wayward Children series. So, all right, let's go up to this next one and I'll try and change the camera angle. Okay, so hear me out on this one. So the first one I think I'm going to do is American Dirt by G.N. Cummins. This is an adult book, which is technically something that I don't gravitate towards, adult fiction. I had this because before COVID, I participated in my Barnes & Noble's book club. It was fine. I know that it's quite problematic by a lot of people, so I think I'm going to unhaul this. I will never reread this book, so I'm just going to get rid of it. It takes up quite a bit of room on that shelf, so that one is going to be gone. If the next one I picked is The Voting Booth by Brandy Colbert. Now, I really like this cover. I love mint green. It's one of my favorite colors. I liked the premise of the story, but I didn't care for the story. It's very instant love YA for me. And I think it was like a 3-star read. I don't ever see myself reading this again. It just read very young YA for me. Even like the font itself is like very spaced out. So I think I am gonna get rid of this one as well. Oh my god, this is like hurting me, but okay. So that's up to 5. Editing Rye will put some type of number in here to help me. Okay, so the next one I'm not 100% sure on. This one is The Knockout Queen by Ruthie Thorpe. I really liked this when I read it. I read it at the beginning of 2019. But I honestly don't even really remember much about it. It is a queer book. I loved it at the time, but I think now that I've read a much more book since then, I just don't think it's as good as I thought it was going to be, so I think I am going to unhaul this one. So I think we're at 6. Okay, so the next 2 I think are going to be maybes. So the first one is Darling Rose Gold by Stephanie Robel. So I really enjoyed the concept of this book. It's kind of based off the Gypsy Rose story, which I had followed like information about it, like learned about it, watched the documentary. And so for me, this was like to the point where it was too similar to the real story, but not enough differences for me. I mean, it was good. So this is, I think, gonna be, if I don't get to my 15, I think this one would be to go. The other one that I'm thinking is I Killed Zoe Spanos by Kit Frick. Reason why I want to keep this one is because it has sprayed edges, and if you live in the States, Barnes & Noble, you barely get sprayed edges books, and this first edition of her books was released in sprayed edges. So I really like that, and I think the cover is just absolutely gorgeous. But this book was pretty flat for me. It's a typical YA like thriller mystery, and it has a trope that I don't really care about. I'm not going to tell you the trope because it gives away the entire like ending of the book, but I think for me, I just kind of fell flat, but I think I've been trying to keep it because of the sprayed edges. So this is going to be a tentative that I'm going to be continuing. So yeah, so that shelf didn't surprise me because there are a lot of books on there that I'm not crazy about. So yeah, I'm going to go back and see what else I can find. We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. Now, I feel like people are gonna be like, whoa, the Maple, this is their favorite books. I know Kirsten from Kirsten's Corner, who is my girl, absolutely love this book, but there is a common thread between some of these YA like mystery type books where a trope that I just do not care for. I don't want to spoil what that trope is because it would spoil the book, but it has a very same trope as this book. So if you liked this book, I think you would like I Killed Zoe Spanos. So for me, I just was kind of about it. I did not love it. So I think this one I am definitely going to unhaul, and I will put whatever number I'm at down here. So for these shelves, I think I'm pretty good on them. I definitely cleared out a bunch on this shelf. You can't see, which I'm really happy. I don't really like the way that shelf looks. So yeah, I'm happy that I got some of those. So now we're gonna continue on to my shelves over here and on to some of my unread books. Okay, so this is gonna be a different angle. Kind of the angle that I do like TBR Django with. Okay, so over here I have, which you can't see, it's like my witchy books over here. There's really nothing that I am going to unhaul from this section because these are my favorite books. However, I guess I could. So I have 2 copies of Cemetery Boys. One of them I got for Christmas last year. I want to say it was this one, and I absolutely love the undercover of it. I went to a used bookstore and they had the Cemetery Boys, but they had like this on here. So like, how can I not keep both? Like, and I love Aiden Thomas's work. I think they're an amazing author. So I think as of right now, I'm gonna keep both of these copies because they're so gorgeous. And this one was a gift, so I don't unhaul gifts. So I think I'm gonna hold on to these unless I'm getting down close where I need to unhaul more. But I wanna wait until I get to some of my unread books to see if I have some more that I can get rid of. So I'm gonna hold off on these ones for right now. So this is my Sarah J. Maas shelf. I am not touching this one. So for this one down here, so I've been holding on to this Nicholas Sparks books, See Me. I was a huge Nicholas Sparks fan. This book I absolutely love. There's like a picture from my wedding because I brought this on my honeymoon. So like, oh man, that's so funny. So that was my bookmark apparently. This is a more of a thriller-esque suspense romance, and I thought that it was super different than a lot of other Nicholas Sparks work, which is why I have held on to it for so long. But I think it's time for me to let it go because there's some other romances that I just love more, and this is partly my romance shelf, and it's taking up a lot of room because it is a chunker. So I think I'm going to unhaul this one. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm gonna unhaul that one. This is like killing me a little bit inside. Okay, so we're gonna go over here. This is, which is hard to see. I'm gonna like move you with me. Okay, this is a lot of my fantasy shelves. So this one, The Goddess Machine, I've definitely kept this one because of how pretty it is. I just don't think I'm very excited about this book. It is signed copy as well. I think that's why I've been holding off on it. It is the same as Star Daughter. I have not heard great things about this one. I heard it reads very young YA, and I think I'm like past that stage. But again, this is a beautiful Fairy Lou edition. It is signed. It has beautiful artwork, which is why I think I've been holding on to it for so long. But I think it hurts me a little bit. I am gonna unhaul both of these because I just do not see myself gravitating towards them. So yeah. All right, I'm gonna go check and see how many I'm at, and then we'll keep going. My next one is my romance shelf, and it's kind of busting out if you can't tell. But I am gonna unhaul this one, Kristen Hanna's The Winter Garden. The only reason I'm unhauling it is that Bree from Four Paws and a Book just sent me this hard copy of the novel, and I would definitely like to have the hard copy, even though they are quite different. I don't want to keep both right now because I don't know how much I am gonna love this since I have not read it yet, like The Great Alone, where I've kept both copies. So I am gonna do this one. It's literally a brand new copy. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I am gonna unhaul that one. A lot of these other ones I am super interested in still. So a lot of these are some also historical fictions. So I'm gonna hold on to those ones. Other than that, this one I'm not, okay. This one I don't know how I feel about it. I got it from a little free library. It is The Vanishing Half by Brent Bennett. I know this won a lot of awards. But I just don't really know if this is something that I'm interested in. So I think I am gonna unhaul it. It's literally brand new. I have this, you guys, I talk about it all the time, little free library that I go to that has like brand new books all the time. And this was one of them. So, but I think I am gonna temporarily, because I just don't foresee myself gravitating towards this anytime soon. And it's taking up a lot of room on my shelf. So there is another one down. I don't know why I am dancing. Okay, so right, we're gonna go on to my next one. So this one, I think I'm gonna unhaul this one. I have heard not great things about it. I know from Steph Loves. This was a Patreon pick, and it was DNF'd even by her, and this was her book club pick. So I think I am going to get rid of this one, which is too bad because it's sapphic, and I love a sapphic book, and it has won an award, but I think I am going to unhaul it. I actually had tried to read that at one time and put it down because I was not feeling it. So, all right, the next one I'm going to do is Goodbye Days, a novel by Jeff Zeniter. I have been holding on to this because it does have really good reviews, but it's kind of like a thriller. It's talking about high school where there are three best friends, and this person says that he killed her three best friends. People say, you know, she said it wasn't on purpose, but it's saying that she severed the brake lines. Hold on, we might pause on this one because every time I read it, it sounds so good. And I keep questioning myself every single time. Okay, I'm gonna put that down. But I am gonna do this one, I think, is The Proposal. I haven't heard great things about this author. I've had this for so long. My husband actually got it for me. And yeah, I have not read it yet. I've had it for years, like before we were even married. And I thought I just saw something like in this book. Like, wouldn't that be weird? Okay, wow. I'm like super easily distracted. So yeah, I'm going to unhaul this one. I'm pretty sure this is like a series 2 and this isn't like the first one. So, and I've had it for a while, have not gravitated towards it. So we're just gonna get rid of it. Okay, we're gonna move down onto the next level. Okay, this is like the weirdest I've ever filmed. Okay, so over here I have some more fantasy series. I will not be unhauling these. These are some of my favorites. So we're gonna take a look on here. These are more fantasy ones. What I am gonna do is I am going to unhaul this copy of The City of Bones. I got this from a used bookstore, but I picked up this one and I prefer this cover better at Barnes & Noble. I love how they have the sides and like you put them together and it like makes a picture. So I'm gonna keep this one and I am going to unhaul this one. So that one's going to go in my unhaul pile. The other one I'm contemplating on this one is Wicked Fox by Kat Cho. This is a fantasy story. I don't know. Maybe I'll hold on to this one. Let me know down in the comments below if this is worth me keeping or not, and then I will go by what all of you say. So I'm gonna hold on to it for right now and then go from there. Over here is some other books I just did not have room for, but now I will. So okay, I'm gonna scooch back and I'm gonna move. You guys are gonna come with me. This is gonna be an interesting film to edit too. Okay, so here I have some other books. These are a lot of my contemporaries as well as my thrillers. So I'm really tempted to just unhaul The Maidens because I literally have heard nothing good about this one. I'm really contemplating it, but I don't know. I'm gonna keep holding on to it. Yeah, so I'm gonna unhaul this one. So I bought this. I know what you did last summer. This is like a updated version of this one, and they're talking about like cell phones and stuff. And I thought it was like the original book of this one. So if I'm gonna buy this, I prefer to have the original copy of like I Know What You Did Last Summer, not the one where they talk about like cell phones, which I think like throws it off. So okay, whatever number I'm at, I'm gonna put it down here. I'm pretty sure I'm close to my 15, which is pretty amazing. But this is a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. So okay, we're gonna keep working my way over to this side. Ooh, pretty angle you all get. So like I said, this is gonna be interesting because now you're up against my bed and we're just gonna chill here. Okay, so these are a lot of my thrillers and that you guys get to take a look at, and some like a hair tie. You never know what you're gonna find in this room. Okay, so these I'm all super still interested in. A lot of these I've actually hauled like for free, so that's also awesome. Okay, so this one and these two I've had for a really long time, and the cheerleaders. So the cheerleaders I think I am gonna unhaul. It just doesn't seem something I'm more interested in. Again, it's about a car accident, and I think I'm a little bit more interested in the other ones. I think I'm gonna unhaul the cheerleader. It seems just kind of young YA for me. The twisted ones, okay. I don't know. Like, who's blurbed it? Anybody that I like? Mira Grant, which I've known. Okay, so maybe I'll keep this one. And then I have the twisted ones by Kara Thomas. And this one, I heard some pretty good things about this one. And Victoria Aveyard has blurbed it, so I love her. So we are going to keep this one. Okay, the next one so this one I got from, like, I first started my channel. And it was online. It's a first signed edition of this book. And so it is signed. But I know this is not a great book. I have not heard great things about it. Michelle from Michelle Reads YA actually just read this for her alphabet project. I'll link her channel down below. Go give her some love. She deserves it. Did not like this book, but it's signed first edition. And I like the cover, is so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna unhaul it. I am going to unhaul it. Please make sure I don't regret this. Okay, so that's all I'm gonna do on this one. I am so proud of myself. Okay. The Night We Burned. I think this is a book box one. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna keep these. Okay, we're gonna keep going. Okay, so we're gonna move on to This Is My Fiction. Hold on, we're gonna change the angle here. You're gonna get all tours and rooms. So you're not gonna be able to see my shelf on this one because, like I said, it's at the bottom. So the first one is The Wife Upstairs by Rachel Hawkins. I DNF'd this. I think I am going to unhaul it. It just is not a premise that I enjoy in thrillers. So this one is going to go away. And then this one, It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. So I know people love this book, but it's just not for me. It just has some elements of romance I don't care for. So I think I am gonna unhaul this one. I am so proud of myself right now. Like, okay, so these are all a bunch of fantasies that I'm going to keep. Okay, so the Gilded Ones by, I think I am going to keep this one. I think I'm still interested faintly in that one. The Jasmine Throne. So this I got from a book box. It is a huge, huge book. I have not heard the greatest things about it. It is really floppy, which I love, but I just don't foresee myself picking this up. So I think I am going to unhaul it. It was from an Unplugged book box edition. Okay, so I'm making an absolute mess over here. Okay, so this one I got from a a free library, A Whole New World. I am going to unhaul this one. I am interested in reading some of these stories, but Aladdin is the least favorite of mine of all the Disney stories, so I think I am going to unhaul this one because I just don't foresee myself picking it up. Like I said, I don't care for that that movie in general. Okay, so I'm gonna keep all of those. Okay, so my next one that I am contemplating is Among the Beast and Briars. I've not heard the best things about this one, but I am so in love with this cover. And I love the sprayed edges, and the artwork is absolutely gorgeous. So I think I'm going to keep this one. Since I did get rid of a lot of the other special edition ones, I think I am going to keep this one. Darling, I did not care for, but I would like to try this one again. So I'm going to hold on to that one. So as I'm making a mess on my shelf, I'm finally going to have more room to put all my books, which is like the whole purpose of this. So, okay. So the next shelf I'm going to bring you to, I actually cannot bring you to. So I'm going to go over there, see what books I have, and then I will change the angle and I will come back. Okay, so I went over there. There wasn't many ones. Those are a lot of my newer books that I have over there that I have recently hauled. I did not have room for over here, but I am gonna do, like I said, the Becoming the Michelle Obama one. This is the adult version of it. I'm just gonna unhaul it. I feel like I'm gonna read more of the young readers one, like the YA version, and my mom has a copy of the adult one if I'm interested. This one I've been putting off for a long time, and I had put it on my These Books Will Self-Destruct in 12 months. I just don't foresee myself picking up, and it is The Familiars by Stacey Halls. It's like a witchy book, so again, I am a sucker for a good witchcraft book, but I think I am going to let this one go for right now. Okay, this went easier than I thought it was going to be. I've been stressing out this all day at work, so let me do a final count for all of you and see where I'm at with all the books I'm going to unhaul. Okay, so I ended up adding I Killed Zoe Spanos to this collection, and I think I'm going to keep Rose Gold, whatever that one is, and I'm going to keep that for right now. But I am at 25, I think it was 26 books that I am unhauling. I lost track already. My mind's in 5 different places. So I surpassed the 15 and I surpassed the 20. So I'm going to try and bring this over here. Like, look at all these books. So yeah, I'm super proud of myself. I know my husband's gonna be really happy. So, but now I have more room. I really feel like this past year I've really honed in on what type of books that I like and enjoy reading. And I want my shelves to reflect that. So I think this is a good way to start off 2022. So let me know if you tend to do, this is gonna fall, an unhaul at the end of the year to get ready for all the new books. I'm so excited about all the new books that are coming out. I'm gonna be doing a video soon, so I need all the beautiful room for that one. So yeah, so if you want to take this crazy journey with me, please make sure you press the subscribe button. If you're my friend on any of my other social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, or Twitter, all the information is linked down below. So stay kind, loves, and I'll see you next time. Bye!